Let's get into the news.
News and notes from around the league.
All right, we got a big show today, so I'm gonna hit these quick. You guys jump in if you think we need to talk more about it. All indications from Adam Schefter and from other reports is that Alshon Jeffery is going to suit up and play this week. However, in the secretive lair of John Fox, the 0-3 Bears are playing the competitive advantage game, and John Fox has declined to update us.
Man, so during the Green Bay game, I didn't tweet it out because I was out at a dinner with my family. But the Packers, while they were in that gray zone of should you punt, should you go for it, fourth and four, they went for it. And I wanted to tweet
Rodgers.
Somewhere John Fox is just sweating profusely and quaking because he cannot believe that they would actually go for it on a fourth down.
Do you think he's just muttering, I would have punted here? I would have punted here. Punt it.
I believe they turned the ball over, though, and Kansas City went down and scored. So
all that being said, we don't want to disparage all Bears fans and all hope.
No.
They seem to be
just
trading
John
away.
Fox.
Yeah, they seem to be trading away players now, as Jared Allen and Brian Bostic have both been traded. Alshon Jeffery will return. Matt Forte is still a strong play. He actually had an okay game in Seattle just because of usage, so he'll be fine. So Alshon Jeffery, you expect him out there?
Yeah, I think so.
For at least a couple plays before he gives me another gooser on my team. All right, the Bengals, obviously we want to know about Jeremy Hill, so we wanted to pay attention to what's being said. Coach Marvin Lewis said, when we're behind, it's Giovanni Bernard.
Yeah,
that's not good news.
It's a very difficult kind of situation because they're winning. They've been behind, and so it's been Gio. Gio's producing. They're winning games. I don't see any reason for the coaching staff to change things up. Jeremy Hill's still a young player. Bernard is the veteran compared to Hill. I think you are going to get some lacking production in Jeremy Hill.
Yeah, the next 3 weeks are weeks that they could possibly be behind. You got the Chiefs, the Seahawks, and the Bills. So pretty good defenses there, generally speaking.
Go ahead.
I'll say I'm not selling him because I'm not taking garbage for Jeremy Hill, who still can do
Talent-wise, he's fine. We don't give up on the talent.
And that's exactly why I don't do it. I'm not taking waiver wire trash to sell Jeremy Hill. I'll just put him on your bench and wait for him to come back out.
Would you trade Jeremy Hill for Latavius Murray?
Yes.
Okay, so that's about...
Would you trade Jeremy Hill for Chris Ivory?
That I get that question a lot, and I think... At this point,
it's because I ask you like 3 times a day. Why don't you do that deal? All right,
that's where they're coming from. It's you on Twitter making new accounts. Hey, would you do just planting? You're going Inception in my head.
I'm going long con here. All right, I want to cut that up and use it as the official drop. All right, Jets coach Todd Bowles expects Chris Ivory to be good to go. We have a friend in New York who we talked to yesterday who said Ivory ran out of the tunnel. I mean, he looked ready to rumble, but not so good if you went out and started him. I also got an email or a message on jointhefoot.com from a listener who he decided last minute to switch out and start Ivory. He ended up tying in his matchup thanks to Aaron Rodgers last night and losing on the bench points of Lamar Miller. Lamar, yeah. The Vikings are hopeful Charles Johnson will be ready for week 4. Do we care?
No. I hope that any of the receivers are ready there.
Bills coach Rex Ryan admits Sammy Watkins could miss week 4. Who do you upgrade?
You know who I upgrade? Charles Clay. He's looked really good, and I think it's a nice matchup. In my league that I have ousted Andy's ability to pick up players, I just got him. So,
of course, if I can't sign waivers, I won't. Speaking Monday, Chip Kelly says, and this is very divulgent of him, no idea if Ryan Matthews will lead the team in carries. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't. That's a little scary, though, if you're the DeMarco Murray owner. And I will say, preseason, this is the exact reason why I said Ryan Matthews' value is so much better than DeMarco Murray's. Just because you got him super late versus paying super early, and you don't know how the split's going to end up at the end of the year. That being said, I think it's still going to be the DeMarco Murray show for now. What do you think, Andy? Who's getting the ball?
I still like Sproles if Murray's limited to just be involved. He had a good week 1. He had a good week 3. So I think Sproles is still there are bye weeks coming up in one of my leagues. I believe in that league where I needed to sign a running back but couldn't because you changed the waiver wire earlier. I'm starting Darren Sproles because I have nobody else.
Sweet.
So Rex Ryan hasn't ruled out the idea of resting LaShawn McCoy. I am starting Carlos Williams in one of my leagues this week. Are you guys?
If LaShawn McCoy sits, I'm starting Carlos Williams for
What
sure.
if he does not?
Then I'm probably not because
I
my
would
team
flex him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, quick news for all your kicker leagues. Cody Parkey to IR. Eagles will sign Caleb Sturgis, formerly of, I believe, the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. We should confirm that.
So let's talk about the Monday night game. Injury-wise, Lacey played, and he played into the second half. He was definitely being spelled by Starks, but he looked okay, and he was involved in the passing game. The bad news here, as I mentioned earlier, Devontae Adams went out very early. The report is high ankle sprain, probably going to miss some time. So biggest beneficiary is
James Jones.
James
Jones
biggest under 40 years old beneficiary is
Ty Montgomery.
okay.
James
James Jones is the guy to own for sure.
James. Oh, he did it again.
He's going to help. He's going to help teams. I mean,
how bad are the Raiders?
Oh, to cut him?
Not that he's super talented, just like it's amazing how your whole career as a wide receiver can change just on a quarterback. Rapport, quarterback play. I mean, Jones clearly hasn't lost everything, but I don't think he's that good.
Well, they said it on the game last night. The fact that Randall Cobb, if he plays the rest of his career with Aaron Rodgers, he could be a Hall of Famer, and he almost went to the Raiders. And you would have never heard of him again.
Off season.
That's a smart thing. But it was a lot of fun last night watching that game. I watched it. I tweeted this out. I was watching it with my 6-year-old little man, and it was awesome.